photo design. Let's say that we want to add text. So I'm going to click the text tab. I'm going to click add new text. This box pops up. I can type my text in here, and you see how it adds the box here, but it's hard to see because it is black print from here onto here. I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to say if I can type. Okay, now I can't see that print, so I want to change the color, and I'm just going to change it to white. However, you can choose a color from these colors that automatically pop up. If you have a brand color that you know what the code is for that specific color, you can click on the world of colors. You can add your brand code color here, click OK, and it will automatically change to that color. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to change this to white. Click OK. I want this on one line, so I'm going to drag my handle for the text bar. I'm going to center it and leave it be. Now, however, if I want to change that font or the font size, I can do so by clicking on the text, click the drop down, browse the options for the font style. I can choose something and it will change it. I can change the font size by clicking on this and choosing a different size. And also, I can, excuse me, I can choose a size that is not listed here by simply highlighting, deleting, and adding return to put in the number. So I'm just going to leave that where that is and say that our cover is designed. Now, let's move forward to a month. Remember, in the previous video, I showed you how to view the entire calendar as opposed to just the top or the bottom. I prefer both so that I can see. That gives me a better idea of how this calendar is going to look. This particular calendar is, of course, a wall hanging style calendar, but this just gives me a better feel for how that calendar is going to look in the office, on the wall, when I hand this calendar out, and when others view it. So I prefer seeing the entire calendar. Now, again, we can decrease or increase the area. I prefer it right here. And we are going to start by adding another image. So we have this one here. I'm just going to drag this one over. Automatically fills it in. I'm going to import another image, which is our logo. Excuse me, I should have hit import. There it is. Now, I'm going to drag this in here, and you will notice that the image is too big for the square. Now, I can do one of two things. I can reset the image, or I can delete that square, and I prefer to delete the allocated square, and this is why. It's hard to see how much space you have remaining that you could use or fill in using your logo. So I'm going to unlock, delete, and I'm going to delete this as well. So then I can drag this over and I can resize this by dragging the handles, and I can resize it to the size that I want and place it where I want. I could place it over here if I wanted. I could place it on the right if I wanted. It doesn't have to be within that box anymore because I deleted that allocated box. Now, also note I have a low resolution warning on this image. If you get that, because these are professional calendars, advertising calendars, very important for your business, I suggest that you get a better image and use something that does not give you a low resolution warning. However, for the purpose of my videos, to show you how to use the tool and how to design your calendar, I'm going to ignore that because I'm not going to print this when I'm through. Okay, I'm going to leave that logo there. I'm going to change my text. And you'll notice that when I choose the text tab, the information that is already in this space is listed here. I can work with the text by clicking on it and working with it here. I can double click and I can take it out by deleting it here, or I can just backspace and then enter the information there. So there's two places that you can work with this. You can do it here by clicking on the text, highlighting, deleting, whatever it is, backspace, whatever you need to do to get rid of it, and then add your new text in, or you can go over here in the big box. We're going to take that out, and we're going to add the address of our business. We're going to add our phone number. And you don't even have to follow this format. So it automatically came up with the address on the top line, the phone number as the second line, and then the third line is the location of the state. So you don't even have to follow this. However, I'm going to show you something. Do you see that we've overwritten here? And I'll show you how to fix that. Let me finish my phone number here. And we are done. With except the fact that when we took this out and put it in over here, it doesn't necessarily take it out over here, or it doesn't align it perfectly. Oh, I have to unlock. I'm sorry. I'm trying to drag it. Wasn't unlocked. Okay, here we go. Now, I'm going to make this one line by dragging this handle. I'm going to put this right here and align it where we want it. And make sure that you don't go underneath like this because it will be cut off in print. So make sure you see all the lettering. And then we are going to put another text line. And we are going to put our business name here. I want this moved a little bit. I'm going to drag this down. I'm going to change my font size so it will fit here. I'm going to put it where I want it to be. Let's center it. Actually, I'm going to move this down. I think I like this better. And you can play with this just whatever, any way that you want to do it. I have to unlock. So now I can make this larger. I don't want Atlanta, Georgia anymore because it's obvious by the name it is in Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm going to delete that. Unlock. And move this over a little bit more so that we just have the alignment. Okay. And of course, if you wanted to add a web address or whatever it may be, you could do that as well by adding add new text. It automatically pops in here. I can click on it with the handle and move it anywhere I would like. I'm going to delete that. If you want this a different color, maybe to match the blue here or closer to the blue, click on it. Change the lettering to color. You can also do the same here. Move this up. Or maybe a little better, more spacing at the bottom. There we go. These lines you see pop up when I move this up and down. Okay, so that tells you that my lettering across that row is centered. So one is not higher than the other.